like? I mean, you obviously put up the numbers maybe Noah did or whatever in the Cape, but just what was that experience like for you?
Yeah, I mean, it was a humbling experience. You know, I came off, really good.
Those 3 weeks at the,
Yeah, at the beginning, yeah, and I came off, really good end of the season here, and brought that into the Cape for the first couple weeks, and then just kind of lost it, and I don't know if I can attribute that to something specifically, but it was a learning experience. I learned a lot while I was up there. I learned that you're gonna have struggles. You're not gonna be great all the time. I learned some things about myself, learned some things about coaches, I kind of learned that I'm the best guy to help myself out. Like I'm my best coach, especially when it comes to hitting. I know myself the best, so that's probably the thing I learned the most from up there.
Is there an eye-opening experience for you?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
What do you remember kind of walking up there and maybe going up against a guy that was Carmen-esque in terms of velo and things like that?
Yeah, I mean you see guys like that every day. I mean it's pretty similar to SEC play here, I would say, but I mean you're seeing guys every day. Every pitcher that goes out there is someone that that could throw in the SEC and is a legitimate talent, and it was different seeing that every day for sure.
Did you face Carmen while you were up there?
No, I didn't face him. We played his team. I think we only played them twice, maybe 3 times while we were there, but he didn't throw that game.
You faced him in the fall though. What difference you see in him?
Oh, just improvement of just stuff in general. Like he's throwing much harder. He's throwing 4 pitches for strikes whenever he wants, and he throws from such an odd angle that it's impossible to pick up what he's throwing until it's right there. And I mean, again, it's just, I know he's got a new air of confidence to him compared to last year, and he was a pretty confident guy last year too. But I mean, he's definite Friday guy, and it's going to be a workhorse for us for sure.
Kind of stood out to you from a position player standpoint, some of those newcomers that came in?
Position players, definitely Noah Myers.
Okay.
He's a guy that came in here and immediately just started playing like he's been here a while, and he was a big time prospect out of JUCO, and we all knew that. But I mean he's incredible at the plate. He's going to be I'm willing to bet he's going to be our leadoff guy. He works counts like no one else that we have. Finds a way on bases, can steal any base at any time, and he's got a little power, plays a good center field, and I mean he stood out right from the beginning. I think he's going to continue that into the spring.
You know how many bases he stole last year?
Yeah, he's 77 for 78.
77, yeah.
For 78, he only got thrown out 1 time, so that's pretty incredible.
1 time?
Yeah.
So that would mean he had to try to steal almost 80 bags.
Yeah, 77 for 78. That's what he was last year.
Who's got the best fastball on this team that you faced?
I mean, definitely Carmen.
Okay.
Definitely Carmen. It's the hardest fastball we've got, but also he throws it from
some run too,
yeah,
right?
he throws it from that low 3/4 slot, and sometimes he throws it and it's got such weird spin on it. It looks like a changeup or something sometimes, and I'll get
97.
Yeah, and my fist will get blown up. So yeah, he's definitely him, but also Danny Lloyd's looked tremendous this fall. I mean, he's been up to 96, and every time he comes out here is 94, 95, and he's got, again, new air of confidence to him too. He looks like a real polished guy up there.
Are y'all more confident in this pitching staff as a whole from what you've seen?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially everyone's healthy right now for the most part, and there's some guys that are rehabbing still and expected to be back at the beginning, but we're just deeper. I mean, way deeper than last year. I mean, even at the beginning when we didn't have as many injuries. I mean, there's so many guys, and there's still, again, 4 guys I think that didn't throw in the fall that are going to be ready for the spring, and legitimate arms. Like you got Brett Carey, freshman All-American last year, didn't throw a pitch in the fall. You got Andrew Peters, Thomas Farr, both guys that throw fuel, so they didn't throw a pitch in the fall, and we got a couple other guys, but it's exciting seeing the pitching that we got for sure.
What's it take? I mean, you're obviously a JUCO guy. They got a lot of JUCO arms, hitters coming in. What's the hardest part about coming in from? You could come from the best JUCO in the country, but what's the hardest part about coming in from there?
Well, the main thing is all the JUCO guys have talent, and everyone comes in here, produce at where they came from at their JUCO, but a lot of it is just getting more polished, especially with the pitchers. We got they can throw pretty hard, but you just got to become a better pitcher. And I'll shout out Brandon Jordan a little bit because he's looked like probably the most polished guy out there this fall, and he came from junior college and he's looked incredible. Able to throw strikes wherever he wants, and but that's just the main thing is become a better baseball player. Because once you get more polished, you become more consistent, and that's what matters out here.
How much in JUCO did you just go up there and say, I'm better than this guy, so I can I could probably take him yard because...
Yeah, that's what it was like that a lot, honestly. I mean, I didn't prepare as much there as I do now because being here requires me to do that. So yeah, I would just take it. It'd just be a game, go out there, have fun, and because I was pretty confident in myself that I would go and have a good game every day, and so it's a lot different here. You got to prepare a lot more.
Do you remember what it was like the first weekend that you faced SEC pitching last year, and what kind of jump that was from what you had been seeing? What was that like?
Yeah, I mean it was Georgia, so that was
Hancock.
Yeah, that was pretty insane. I mean I faced 2 or 3 guys that weekend that were guys like I've never seen before. So that was pretty overwhelming for first weekend. I mean I was definitely prepared enough for that moment, but I mean it was seeing 98 come in was for the first time was pretty crazy. But I mean we're gonna see that a lot more this year. So
how long do you think it took you to get comfortable against that kind of pitching?
I mean I'd say I got comfortable in the fall, but it definitely took a while. There was moments where I'd see a guy like Carmen and I'd see him throwing 95 and he throws one of them sliders and I just have no chance. I thought I had no chance, and it was just hard to pick up. But I mean, it's all about reps, getting reps and seeing the ball as many times as you can. So I'd say late in the fall is when I started getting comfortable, and obviously during the season I have some struggles and you gotta regain that comfort. So it took a while.
You were kind of on fire at the end of the year last year. How confident were you at that point that you were swinging it probably as best you had?
Yeah, that was incredible. That was an incredible 5 weeks. I mean, it was like nothing I'd ever experienced before. I was so confident in myself, and going up there, I felt like I didn't have to sit on a pitch. I felt like I could go up there and just be ready and see whatever the pitcher was throwing, no matter how hard he was throwing, and just react to it. And I just felt like I've seen the ball for so long, and it was incredible. Yeah. And again, I felt like that first couple weeks of summer, and then kind of lost it a little bit. And that's what this fall was trying to, I spent this fall just trying to get comfortable again. And I felt like I've gotten there, so that's good news.
How much better you think this team will be offensively than what you guys had last year?
I think it'll be a lot better. I really do. And I think not just offensively, but every area of the team. I mean, I think we just have better hitters, honestly, and the guys who were here last year are going to improve. Guys like I'm going to improve. Guys like Brady Allen, Noah Campbell. I mean, everyone's going to improve, and I'm not hoping that. I know that for a fact that's going to happen. So, I mean, I have a really good feeling about this team, about this offense, and I think it'll be a good season. Yeah.